question. You answered a different question. The conditioning of your past had you translate unconsciously the question that I asked into something else. I asked a question that had to do with imagination. You answered a question that had to do with your estimates of possibilities, which is completely dictated by your entire past. And you didn't even know that you were changing the question. Isn't that an interesting phenomenon? It's the same phenomenon as the 9 dots. So I share these fun little exercises as illustrations of the fact that we are literally living in the prisons of our conditioned minds. Right? That's actually good news, because I believe that the human experience, right, what we get to do is we get to free ourselves, because there's no door on those jail cells. Right? We get to liberate ourselves back into like infinite creativity, which is how we come into this world until we're educated about our limitations. So you're in an amazing position right now. And I hope that you will view the situation, right, the state of affairs and condition that you're in, right, presumably in between career opportunities, as perfect, because you get to create whatever it is that you want. Stop wondering what's available and spend some of this time really addressing what it is that you'd love, how you'd love to be using your life. And as you do that, watch your brain tell you that that's an impractical way for you to be spending your time, which is ludicrous. There is infinite organizing intelligence inherent within your passions. When you are involved in what it is that takes least effort for you to be jacked up about, then you're activating all forms of intelligence and you create solutions. You have ideas you would have never otherwise had. This is not a motivational speech. I am not giving you a pep talk. We all need each other to be operating from this mentality. This kind of thinking is what's going to lead to the solution to all the world's problems. When we are madly in love with our lives, we have nothing but love to share and creativity to express. We don't want to hurt anybody. We are at our highest selves when we are engaged in what feels effortlessly awesome. There's nothing that the world could need from you more than to spend a few hours in this perfectly timed moment in your life thinking about how it is that you most profoundly want to use the rest of it. So take some time to get clarity. Clarity on the question, how do I want to use the rest of my life in the most profound of possible ways? What would be amazing if I could get paid $8.77 billion doing anything I wanted? What would that be? And don't worry about how. The how is inherent within the what. How is inherent within the what. Just trust the power of what it is that you want. How that might unfold, watch. You'll see how it unfolds when you start moving in the direction of your desire. Start asking. So, clarity. You need clarity in order to make the decision. That's what that all-in CD is about. You need to have clarity on what it is that you want before you can decide to commit to it. That takes courage, right? The courage to declare. The courage to challenge all your conditioned beliefs that what you want is going to be very, very difficult. That's not very realistic. Oh, that's entirely impractical. And you know, you just need to put food on the table right now. Blah, 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 blah. You don't have time for this. It takes courage to challenge all that. It takes courage to put it out there, to declare it, to start sharing it with the world. David, just moments ago, I sent out a weekly newsletter. In there, I mentioned that I'm creating a presence in New York City. I'm moving to New York City. I'm going to stay in Arizona as well. I'm going to live in New York City also. I'm originally from Jersey, and I want to go back and have some East Coast living. So I'm going to New York City. That's a fact. Ask me how? I don't know. Well, here, I'm doing it right now. I'm declaring it. Someone's going, I just declared it, right? In my newsletter came out yesterday. David comes up to me this morning and says, I saw your bit in the newsletter. I have a ton of connections in New York City. Thank you. Declare it. Put it out there and watch things start to happen. Have the courage to say it, even when you don't know how you're going to do it. Write this down. TBOLITNFL. TBOLITNFL.com. It's a story about one of our Arizona Cardinals football players, Deuce Latui, and the courage that he demonstrated this year to make a declaration without any proof. And then finally, we need discipline. So we need clarity on what we want, courage to believe we can have it despite all this evidence from the media and whatnot to the contrary. Then we need discipline. That's the mental toughness, the discipline to do what it takes. That's what DWIT is, do what it takes. To do what it takes in a sustainable way, which includes choosing not to interpret things when they don't go our way as adversity, but only as an interesting shift. No such thing as failure, only results. When I don't get what I want, ain't bad, just is. Having the discipline to say, I don't care what happens. I decided that I'm going to have my life as I want it. You may not even ever get another job. You may never get another job. In fact, I strongly encourage you not to. I encourage you to create a vocation. Okay, get a job in the meantime and then work on your dreams. Create it. The world needs it from you. You will experience yourself as more powerful than you ever have when you do that. And you'll make more money if you want. Take some time. You're in the most fertile, perfect situation ever, because you're not, when people are in their careers and they're being thinking, oh, I'm making a good salary, I'm safe, everything's good, it's harder to make a shift. You're in an open space right now. You're in the percolator, you're in the think tank. You have space to think, to create whatever it is that you want. Do that, be powerful.